Hello everyone. In the last session, we saw all the operations for interactive reports, and we have seen how we can read the data from the tables, how we can do the loop, how we can use the events, how do we call or use ALB grid and ALB pop-up. All those things we have seen in the previous sections, lectures. So if you want, you can refer the videos. Today we'll be seeing how to what all the operation we can perform on strings. Okay, what does the string means? So the string is a collection of characters. Okay, so when the collection of characters become a single word or single line, that we call it as a string in SAP ABAP. Okay, so we'll be creating one sample program for the string, and we'll see how which all keywords are available and how to use that in our day-to-day business life. Okay, so I'll be creating one program, g string examples. Okay, and that will be our executable report. So string examples, and then type is executable. Okay, save it, and we'll save this in local object. Okay, so we'll start first with one of the keyword which we call it as which one I should take first is condense concatenate. Yeah, so we have one keyword here called concatenate. Okay, how do we use that? Okay, so when do we use this concatenate? Okay, so concatenate word is being used when we want to uh, merge two words, okay, or two fields value in single value. That time we can utilize the concatenate word. So for the real life example, if I say this to you that what happens, like sometime we have to take the material number and hyphen and then material description in the single field. Okay, so customer says that I don't want to see that in my smart form or what we call is my Adobe form. So that time what we do is we concatenate the material number field along with their description so that it's easy to see in the single screen only. Okay, so how we can do that? So for that, let's add some character here first. So we'll be declaring two characters here, our string thing. So I'll say lb underscore char1 type. Okay, char2. Okay, or char4, and we can take one more variable, this type char10. Okay, or char20, and this will be taking as char10, and we'll take one data type lb char, so that we can name it as lb underscore result. Okay, so this will hold our value of char1 and char2. Okay, then type that also we can say char 30, because 20 plus 10 should be 30. Okay, and how we can assign the value to these variables is either, okay, some error I think. Okay, we have not closed this, that's the reason we got error. So how we can create the value? See, there is a chance we can uh, give the value here itself, like value, and then we can give high. Okay, or we do not mostly give values to the variable in while we are declaring it. So we use it at the time of runtime, like when we are doing some loop or read statement, we want to store some kind of value. That time we use the variables. Okay, but sometime that we have to store these values also, like predefined values. So we want to always give in our program. In that time, what we do is we create a constant. Okay, there is no much difference, only the keyword is different. So, and I'll tell you one more difference which some interviewer might ask you. Okay, so we give as a local variable, that's a naming convention, and the constant we give as local constant. Okay, lc, then we can give any name like matner. Okay, type matner if you want to give, and here you can give the value. Okay, so if I give some value, let's suppose I give 0 0 0 0 1 2 3. Okay, so I have assigned the created three variables and one constant. Okay, and here also we can give some value. If you don't want to give, later also you can assign. So how we can assign the value is like lv underscore care 2 equals to, and directly you can assign some value or like a constant. So I'll say a b a p x. Okay, so this is like generic value, how to fill this value. You can also do some kind of loop thing, okay, in the table to work area, okay, and then you can assign some value of work area field. Like let's suppose we have some field in the work area which is uh, maintainer or description, so that you can assign here, okay, directly equals to then work area and this and then maintainer. Okay, likewise you can assign the value also in the field, and this field can be utilized later for some other logic. Okay, so that's how variables are being used. Okay, so we'll see that when we'll be learning how to do the loop and loop read and all those things, okay, in future. So I have filled one field here like lbchar1 as a value high, lbchar2 equal to AbapX, and then what we'll use this keyword called concatenate. Okay, so how we do give this? So we give just concatenate lbchar1. Okay, and then again the next char2. Okay, then we have to tell which field it's gonna hold the information. See, so it's there's a keyword called into, okay, which is being used to fill these two values in single. Okay, so the next variable which we have taken was lb result, which will hold the result, okay, of these two, and then save it, check it, and activate it. Okay, so this we have done this. Okay, what else we can do is we can take some system variable also, like if I want to I'll show that also in the next. Okay, and then let's write this value what is coming here. Okay, so write lb result, save it, activate it, and just execute. So it says hi AbapX, there is no space between. Okay, so and see it is taking this much space. Why it is taking? I have shown you this why it takes this much space in my classical report example. Can someone given reason me here? Some answer? Anyone? We are seeing this space, right? Why we are getting this much space? Anyone?
Actually, we have given the space like character. We have given one character, 10x,
We cannot hear you, Mir.
character,
It's all
20, right? So
uh,
we have given total 30 characters.
Amir. We cannot hear you. Can did someone understand what Mir was saying? Anyone?
Sorry, Sumit, I have
Okay, no problem. Okay, I'll tell. So why it's taking this much space is we have assigned this as character 30. So it is taking this much space, okay, in the screen. So character 30 means if you count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And that's the reason it is this much space is covered for this field. Okay, if you are going to print any more field, then the next field will be coming after that line. So let's suppose I print the same thing again. Okay, and see from here it will start. It will not start from here. Why? Because this much space is covered for this field only. Okay, so and we can utilize some other thing as well, like if you want to append concatenate some system value, so I can say sign underscore, we can take any system field, like I want to take some user, I guess username comes and uname. Okay, so that also possible. I can just take it and execute it. So here it is saying ECC ABAP 057, which is my username, okay, which I have logged in, if you can see here. So that is also possible. Okay, and now we are seeing that space, right? So how we can remove that space? Let's see if it is possible from here. So we have one keyword called condense. Okay, this help us to remove the extra space which comes in the string. Okay, whether it's gonna work or not, let's see. But I don't think it will work. It works only for space part. Okay, so I'll tell you what that is space. Hmm, okay, so this we can remove for now. Okay, so this how we can use a concatenate in system. Okay, now I want to show you why we have used the constant and why we use the variable. So variable, I told you, we use as a runtime, and if you want to change some value or you want to assign some value at the runtime, that time we use the character or variable part. But when do we use the constant? See, constant means the value should always be fixed. In some programs, we already know in system that whatever happens in the program does not matter. My value should never change. Okay. So in that case, we declare one character type or any field which you are going to use. It can be matter kind of, it can be date, it can be table name or anything. Okay, then you assign as a constant. So I'll show you how we can see whether it's going to change or not. So I'll do one thing. Uh, I'll come here and execute and put a debugger here. Okay, and after concatenate. So if I come here and put a breakpoint, okay, before the write statement, and just activate the code. Okay. Now let's run this and the debugger will open. Okay, I'll reshare my screen. Yeah, you can see the value, right? You can see my screen. Then if I'll come here, see. So if I just click on the LV character, okay, LV character 2, and the result, see, all are having this pencil button. Okay, if I click on this LC Metner, see, there is no pencil button. So even in edit mode, you cannot change the value for this constant. So this will be same throughout the program. Okay, if you're declaring this in the your global area, then it the scope will be global, like it can be used anywhere in the program. If you are declaring the constant in your sub form or in your methods or routines anywhere, then it will be a local scope. Okay, I hope you understand that. So this cannot be changed, but the value which I'm saying above x, so I can put some 2 extra x. Okay, and let's see. Okay, but we have already filled the result in this result, so there will be no change. If you'll see this, it will still be same. But if I go again, okay, in this statement, how we can go? We can right click here, and then we have an option available called go to statement. Okay, you are not able to see that also. That's not a problem. So we have one button as well. If I'll press right click here, you cannot see that screen, right? Mm, so this will go to source code. No, there is one button actually comes. Okay, you are not able to see the screens. Okay, so there is a shortcut, okay, that also we can use, which is nothing but shift and F12. So if you're seeing this line, right, see, there is one arrow mark coming. What it shows is that where are you, which line this code is being. So we have put the breakpoint at, we got the debugger. If I just single click here and press shift and F12, okay, the pointer will go up. This only works when we are not in loop. Actually, inside the loop, sometime it does not work. So accordingly, we have to do the debugging. Okay, so now see, we have changed the value for lcat2, right, which is our so many x we have added, and our last result was high abap. Right now, if we just execute single times, now the value got changed. So likewise, we can change the values in our systems. Okay, in the debug mode, if you want to try some code finding issue or some production issue or some way issue in quality system, so those we can change the values in system. Okay, and just simply execute, it will print so many access in the screen. So let me share my screen. Why I went to debugger is I wanted to show you people that how that looks like actually, how the constant and variable works actually. Okay, so here it's printed all access x, but there will be no change in the constant value. Okay, and see, there are some options available here after that concatenate, like when we're concatenating, so we can save separated by space. Okay, so we can give separated by space. So if you're giving space, then it will give one single space in that, and now we can see the high space ABAPX. Okay, so if you want to concatenate two string, okay, that also possible. If you want to separate by some what we call special character, then what we can give is we can give single quotes and then that special character. Okay, that is also possible. So if I just activate it and run it, I'll remove this debugger. It's running every time, and execute. See, the hyphen has come. So likewise, that depends on the situation or the business requirement, which character you have to use or which special character you have to use. Accordingly, you can utilize that one. Okay. So now let's suppose I gave one high and then extra space here. Okay. Let's save it, activate and execute. So if I come here, single click, see, you can see some extra space. Can someone confirm, please, if they are able to see some extra space before high?
Yes.
Yes, right. So there is possibility that when we are working on the data or loop side thing, or like some values we are truncating, or we are getting values from some other system. So there is a possibility that there might be some extra space coming. Okay, in the first or in the last. Okay, so at that time, what we can do is we can terminate the space by with the keyword called condense. Okay, so let's see that how we can utilize this. And if I'll say condense and then our result, because it's holding that value. Okay, or directly you can condense this lvchar also, but let's see whether it's going to work here or not. Okay, and then execute. Now if I'll click here, see that space has gone, right? So that's how we can use this string operation called condense. It will remove that blank space which is there in your string, okay, in your result or any cost field which is nothing but your internal table field. I'll do one thing. I'll create one small structure also. Okay. Mm, because so that we can do some data part as well. So types begin of ty mara. We'll take two fields. Okay. And then end of ty mara. Then data. We'll create one internal table. lt mara. Type table of ty mara. Then we'll create one work area. ty mara. Okay. Then let's fetch some information from table. Select what we can call, we can take two fields, mara matner, type matner, and then we'll take one more field called mtart, type mtart. Okay, so let's take these two fields so that we can perform some operation, and it will be, you can relate in the real scenarios. Actually, select matner mtart from mara into table lt mara. See, I'm going a bit fast because this is not important. uh, into table lt mara. Mm, what else we can give? Select from into where condition we are not giving, then we are giving up to 10 rows. Okay, so only 10 rows should come, otherwise it will fill a lot of information in the table. And let's see if any data coming to that screen or not. So now we can do a loop. Okay, so where we can loop this thing, I'll just come here and remove this part. Okay, just comment this part and then go here. Okay, loop, loop at what's our table name, which is our Altimara. See, I'm writing this fast, and that also you can do once you are working on daily basis. You can be fast also, because you will be able to remember the things like what you have created, which type you have created, which table you have created, and accordingly you can work. And then WMRA. Okay, so let's print what is printing here, right? WMRA hyphen Metner and then comma WMRA hyphen MTART. Okay, and save it, check it, active. Okay, we got some this one, save it, check it and activate it. Okay, so let's print what it's printing. It's printing 10 thing, and then we'll be using some keyword so that it will go to the new line. Yeah, it's going to the new line, and we have material number available, we have mtart available. Okay, now we can perform some concatenate operation itself. Okay, so how we can perform here is that we'll be taking one field, okay, called result only. Okay, so lb result, so which we have declared here. So we'll be declaring that again after the types always we should declare here. Okay, so that's a sequence we follow. We can declare anywhere, that's not a problem. But once you have structure, then only you can create the tables. That's we have to make sure. These normal variables and all we can declare on the top also, but we do not follow that. All the data declaration we do in a single line, all the type declaration we do, so we follow this sequence when we are writing the code, so that you should also follow. Okay, then what we can do is concatenate. Okay, and then which field we have utilized is lb result. Okay, sorry, concatenate. First we have to tell that these two fields we want to concatenate, say comma, and then this one into, and what's our field name is lb result. Okay, and separated by, I'll say single dash. Okay, hyphen, which call it, and then write it. Okay, right, what we have to write is we have to write this field only. See, earlier we were using two fields to display the information. Now we'll display only one thing, and this we will comment it. Okay, so let's see it's gonna work or not. Activate it and execute. So if you'll see here, see material number is coming hyphen that mtart is coming, material number is coming hyphen mtart is coming. So likewise we can do. Okay, so these were the two keywords which we have seen. Okay, one was concatenate, the second one was condense. Okay, let's see any other field which is sorry, other operation. The next operation is replace. Okay, so I'll remove this. Sorry, let's not remove it. We can go down, then we call it replace. Okay, what does the replace thing do actually? So replace keyword, let's suppose we have some value. Okay, so I'll just comment it and activate. Let's go to the screen. So now this is not our field of table. Okay, we have used Mara Metner field and mtart field. Okay, but what we did is we stored that information in our field. Okay, now the business requirement is that wherever you are gonna see any ROH value, okay, just replace it with some other string. Okay, other string means like you can make it like any other thing, like I'll say ABAP. Okay, so for that kind of purpose they can use replace word. Okay, and there's another business requirement I'll tell you, which I have worked on like my last account. We were getting an hyphen and along with that asterisk sign. Okay, asterisk, we this is a sign we call it as asterisk sign, and this is sign we call it hyphen sign. Okay, so we were given a assignment like that this asterisk sign should not come, and you can put a space there, or you just replace it with ampersand. So there was a two way. Okay, what was a two way? Either we split that string in two parts first. Okay, and then again add it in this again concatenate and display as a space, like we can use separated by space, right? So that was the thing, and next thing was replace. Okay, so we use the replace to remove that star sign also. Like there was one star sign coming automatically when we were working on file level integration. That time we saw that, so that is possible. So, okay, so let's see that. Okay, replace. So what's the syntax for replace is we have to take what lb result. Okay, and then replace lb result, and we have to tell with means what you want to replace with. Okay, so replace, and then you can replace whole string at all. Okay, and if you want to replace one field, that is also possible. So I'll replace whole field, or let's suppose not replace whole field, we'll replace only one field. Okay, so we'll do it in loop because we have so many values available. So I'll say mtart value. Okay, replace with, I'll say abap, and then let's store it in our field. Okay, into Let's make a replica of this LB result 2. How we can duplicate this? Control D. So this is a shortcut to make the line duplicate. Okay, Control D. I'll again go Control and D. We can duplicate the line. Okay, if you right click also, there are so many options available which you can utilize. Okay, so I'll just give as a result 2, and we'll store this result in result 2. Okay, so into result 2. Let's see if any error. No. Okay, so we have not declared this. Remove this period and go with a comma so that it will come in a change statement. And let's print the value of LV result 2 as well. Okay, so we'll give one more result here, right, and result 2. Save it, check it, and activate it. See, there is something happen now. We cannot see that. Why? Mm, let's remove this, check it, activate it. Loop and loop. Mtard will be with ABAP. Okay, there is nothing coming. Why it is not coming? Mm, okay, what's the type of mtard? Character 4. It should come. Just give me a sec, guys. Replace. Used to replace the characters. Okay, replace WMRA with ABP into this. It should work. Let me debug this. Why it is not working? Execute. Let's go to debug mode, guys. So we have value called ROH. Okay. Okay, we gave I think wrong syntax because we have this value in this. So in result we do not have any value. So it's not gonna replace anything. Okay, got it. So let's execute and come back to the main screen. We gave in a bit of wrong syntax actually. So first we have to tell the program, okay, what you want to replace actually. Okay, so I'll say ROH we have to replace, okay, with ABAP into I think this field. Okay, and then let's see if, and then we can utilize LB result is fine. Then we have to use, let's print WM tart only. Okay, because otherwise we have to use LB result as a concatenate. Okay, save it, check it, and activate it. F8. Okay, so if I'll just yes. So now all the ROH value are replaced with ABAP, which we have given, right? So we just missed one string format. So that's what you should remember this syntaxes when you're working on. Otherwise, we can do the mistake. So we have to tell like replace what you want to replace, like which string you want to replace. If you don't have some value, you can give star also. Okay, like if you want to replace some kind of star value is available there, some hyphen is available there. So that can be done with the help of replace. Okay, and if you want to replace star, okay, with space, so space I think you can give either like that or I think normally. Okay, and then it will replace with that, so that also can be done. So likewise we use a replace keyword. Okay, so I'll just comment that. We'll move to the next string which is operation, which is a search. Okay, So search, you can see with an name itself, it says why we are using this. So search is used like if you want to search some keyword or some field in that string, okay, some character you want to use. So there we can use a search field, okay. So how we can use that? So just simply give search, and then what we have to search is, let's suppose I have to search this value only, like we have ROH, right? So we can use ROH, okay, and then for, and then MTAT, okay. So Mara, Metner, why we are not getting MTAT? So we'll just comment this. Yes, MTAT and space. Now we have to tell which all operations we want to perform on this search thing. Like in character mode, you want to search starting, what you have to search, ending search, or what do you want to search here. Okay. So I just want to search whether the ROH kind of thing is available in that string or not. Okay. So let's see what it does actually. And are we gonna get any result? Okay. So if I just save it, check any error, no. And we have to put a breakpoint here. Okay. Breakpoint and save it and check it. Okay. So we are in loop. Okay, so just activate it. See why I'm showing this in loop in the debugger, so that you will be seeing the real-time value which are flowing in this screen or in the variable. Okay, I can just say yes or no, that's fine. But if you see from your eyes, then it will be more of clear. See, so if ROH was available, the science RC value was 0. Science RC equal to 0 means everything was successful. Okay, now let's again go to this loop. Okay, what's the next value coming is IBEAU, right here. If we just show you here in the right side of the screen, the MTAT value which is coming here is IBEAU. So let's see if any search happens. See, so size of RC, it says 4. Okay, so what does that mean? That the last statement which we are using could not successfully uh, find the information or select the query or read the statement. Anything which we wanted to try did not happen. Okay, and then accordingly we can write our logic here. Okay, like if you do not get this field here is, then what you can do is you can create some kind of entries in that table. Okay, you can write some other logic also, which depends on the business scenarios. Okay, so I'll share my screen again. Yeah, so that's where we can utilize search thing. This is being used many places, like one I told you. The first one was like if you want to search some kind of keyword and then do you want to replace it, if you got this word here, then replace this here. You can utilize the replace keyword after that if you want to do some operation which can be done here. Okay, so this was the search keyword which we have used. Okay, now let's see what's the next use, which is a shift. Okay, when do we use shift keyword actually? So we have one keyword called shift. Okay, so we were seeing some space here, right? If I just print this one and then print this LV result. Okay, save it, check it and activate it. Let's execute. See, we are seeing some zeros here. Okay, and there is no zero here. So if you do there is a scenario that you do not want to see these zeros or some special character or something, some string which is there. Okay, so there we can utilize the shift. So how to use that? Go to the shift. Okay, then we have to tell which field. So I'll say WMRA. Then the field which we are using is Metner. Okay, so first we have to tell which field you want to use. Okay, and then we have options, so many options are available, like in character mode, left or left deleting, leading. Okay, so mostly we use two things. One is left deleting leading, and the second one is right deleting leading, trailing. Okay, so what is the leading means here is that if your string which is some looks like this. Okay, which looks like this. Okay, so if you want to remove the starting zeros. Okay, So this is called left deleting leadings. Okay, the starting thing, this operation will perform on the starting part of the variable or the field or anything. Okay, and if you go to the next thing, which is a trailing one. Okay, which is a trailing, right deleting trailing. So let's suppose we have field like that. I'll say you and then 0 0 0 0 likewise. Okay, if you have something like that and you want to remove these trailing zeros in some scenarios, okay, that time you can utilize this right deleting trailing. Okay, so we'll see that how we can do it. Okay, so first let's remove matinal tilting, and then I have to tell you what you have to remove. You have to do some filter, some value, something like that. So I say left deleting leading and then 0. Okay, we give it as a 0 so that it will delete the zeros. I'll just comment this code for now, and we have to do this before we are filling the value in the final or result part. Okay, so I'm doing it here. Okay, save it, check it, and activate it. If you're doing it later on, there's no use. So we got some error. Let's see. 0 must be a character like data object. Okay, so we'll just give it in single quotes. Okay, save it, check it, and activate it, and then execute. See, there is no leading zeros available over here. Okay, that's how it works. Now, if you are seeing some value over here, like it is having zero, see, this is the actual material number. Okay, but in some cases, what happens? There is some zeros are coming or something is coming which you want to remove. That time you can use this trailing one also. Okay, so if I just use this trailing keyword, okay, and remove this shift and then trailing, and then we'll give 0. Okay, and activate it, save it, and activate it. Okay, now F8. Okay, because it's a full number, that's the reason it is not removing from here. But what we can do is we can use it here. Okay, saved. I can give some numbers here. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Or what we'll do is we'll take some variable. Okay, LB result 2, and we'll give some values like 2003 000. Okay, and just save it, and we'll utilize this field. So saved this as a right deleting zeros. Okay, save it, check it, format it, and activate it. So let's see what it prints. So we have to print this LB result also somewhere. Right, save it and activate. We forgot to put the period. Save it and activate it. Just execute it. Okay, why it's not deleting? One sec. So shift WM Partner, right deleting trailing zeros. Hmm. Guys, anyone has any idea what is going wrong over here? Anyone? Okay. Let's see if something can be done. So we have taken this as a character 30. Let's take this as a string. Okay. Sometimes some operators does not work on the character format kind of thing. So that has to be assigned yes. So that was a reason actually. So sometimes when we are doing this thing, right? So some operators which we are using does not work directly on the character part. Okay, so it only accept data type as string. So we are giving that as a string here, and it's working correctly. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. Any question you people have, then we'll discuss that. Else we'll close the call for today.